All right, y'all, complete summary of the day. I was able to read one of my letters. I lost the other one. Hope it wasn't too spicy. But she said the reason why she was looking at me while she was talking wasn't in an act of defiance. It was, I'm showing you respect by looking at you, but I'm still talking. So this is I went and talked to her. I was like, this is about perspective. So can you see my perspective? I see your perspective, and because I see your perspective, I do apologize for saying you were doing something that you weren't. This is what Stephen Covey would identify as hitting the pause button and not applying your perceptions and biases on someone else. So, hey, why were you looking at me while I was talking? They also said the reason why they felt uncomfortable is because they don't know me and I'm asking them to speak. And I believe this is a cultural thing, and I don't mean culture, I mean culture. I believe this is a cultural thing where you don't talk to people you don't know. You don't respect people that you don't know. And you have to understand, if that's the energy you're moving under, one that's going to limit your relationship growth potentials. That's going to attract in you. You've already filtered out people who are raised where I speak to everybody. I'm going to treat everybody with the utmost respect, and I'm open to everybody, and I close down as needed. Not I'm closed down and I'll open up as needed. No, because I want to attract in the highest vibrational energy. I'm going to vibrate at the highest possible frequency that I can attract. And as I'm realizing, oh, you're a dud. You not really. I'm still going to it's a numbers game. I'm going to align in that which like attracts like. So we have to understand that teaching our children to, I don't speak when spoken to. I don't know you. By teaching our children that mentality, they are already setting themselves backwards in society, in career opportunities, in perception of others, setting them up for conflict, those sorts of things. But otherwise, I really love this class. I got to do my thing, so make sure y'all go over to YouTube and check it out, because I literally spent all day coaching these kids. Like, teacher didn't have no curriculum, had a, busy work packet, and we worked off the packet. The first word on the packet said, Mika felt miserable. And we ran a whole 2-3 hour workshop based off of the word miserable. And imagine if I was in a room where people, adults, children, humans, wanted to be there, wanted to learn. After lunch, I reconvened with the kids, and I was like, I'm so disappointed with what I saw on the playground. And they're like, why? Because they're so used to it. They're desensitized to it. We are trained to pull our phones out and watch people get beaten to death in front of us. So they saw nothing wrong with 2 5-year-old little girls ripping at each other. Oh, you gonna let that happen? I was like, yeah, we gotta level up from that. We gotta level up to there being some trash or something on the floor. I didn't drop it, not my responsibility. Well, who's gonna pick it up? Obviously, whoever dropped it ain't here. So, no social responsibility? I was like, I didn't move the volleyball net, but I know I saw people moving it, so when we walked by it, so people don't have to keep walking around it, I'll just put it back where it goes. No skin off my back. Be a help. When they opened the door and held the door for each other, say thank you, say thank you, say thank you. You have to understand, if you want to learn how to live a life of gratitude, you got to start living a life of gratitude at the infancy of it. If somebody does something for you, thank you. Do not take your peers for granted, because you're going to spend more time with your peers, more in a relation with your peers than you are anyone else. So if you are taking your moments with your peers for granted and you're not practicing that which you can practice, you're playing yourself. After lunch, we talked about what we want to be when we grow up and how we can utilize 24 hours of our day to develop those things. Skills we need, patience in order to be a scholar, attention to detail in order to become a nail tech, hardworking, in order to become a top tier, world-renowned actress or veterinarian. And sometimes you're gonna do some things that you don't wanna do, but you still gotta work hard at it. You don't get to only work hard at the things that you wanna do. You gotta work hard, period. Because right now you can fail yourself. You're 11. But if you wanna be a world-renowned artist, actress, Janet Jackson, she has less baggage than the other one I was gonna list. When Janet Jackson was at her peak, when Michael Jackson was at his peak, do you think he slacked on any aspect of his excellence because he didn't want to do it? Do you think he reached that tier? She reached that tier of success by, oh, I don't want to do it. No, he worked his butt off until he could pay somebody else to do it. So you are training yourself at 11 years old into the space of excellence that you need to be when it is career time. It's not about learning a particular skill. I love that you have your nails set at home and you're practicing, you're gaining that skill. But if you want to attract clients, because there are people who are paying upwards into the thousands for their nails. I know there's people who are paying thousands for haircuts, so I know there's people who's paying thousands for nails. And the nails they get are the exact same nails I could go over there and pay $80 for. So I think that's what y'all charging for a nail set. That's why my nails look like this. So you have to decide where you want to be in it. And when you decide where you want to be in it, you start developing yourself from there. Because as Covey says, habit 2, begin with the end in mind. That ain't nothing but a goal. Where's your target? If you ain't got no target, you shooting darts everywhere. But if you know where you're trying to hit, I don't just want to be a lawyer. This is the lawyer. This is the office. This the co-workers. This the people that exist in that environment move a certain way. So now you start watching lawyer shows that feature the lawyers that you want to be like. How do they move? How do they talk? You're not watching for entertainment, you're studying. You're scrolling and you're studying. You're reading and you're studying. You're doing this packet and you're studying. Everything you do, you're studying. Do you understand? I came in here to be a teacher and I ended up holding a workshop. Everything I do, I'm defining and building myself and preparing myself for that which God called me to do in this lifetime. Check me out and book me and let's partner. Let me coach your coaches. Let me teach your teachers. Not let me. It's your choice, but you want excellence or not. Because what I understand is people like hold titles. People like to hold titles. People like to say they're affiliated. Oh, I'm in this group, in this group, in this group, in this group. How can you effectively be in all those groups if efficiency is your objective? Or is it your objective to say you're just affiliated with these groups? Oh, well, I'm affiliated with this group, and this group, and this group. Oh, okay. Affiliation seekers. It sounds real good to have them titles, but what are you doing? The reason why your mentoring program ain't mentoring is because it's full of people who just want to say when they're hanging out with their friends, oh yeah, I work with the mentor program, I mentor youth. But when you actually have a youth in front of you, what you mentoring? You got to mentor yourself in order to mentor that youth. Hearing all these teachers threaten these children, which was my initial, I used to be one, so I'm not judging. I used to be them. I was ready to call the principal. Do I need to send you to the principal? Do you need a referral? No. We ain't even starting there. Let's have a conversation so I understand. I would have punished that child for simply doing what she thought was correct because no one's ever taught her different. I thought she was being disrespectful because she was uncomfortable in front of me. It's because no adult has ever sat down in front of her and said, hey, let's have a conversation. I'm the first adult in her 11 years to come in front of her and say, hey, let me know what's on your mind, and we can work from there. So these are the deficits that you are instilling in your children. And that ain't got nothing to do with socio-economical, it ain't got nothing to do, it got to do with the programming that which is a child. We think we're raising children, we've been raising adults. The moment you popped it out, begin with the end in mind. Are you raising a child or are you raising an adult? What is your goal? Move in that energy. But it was a great day, great kids. Got to be in my element. Probably gonna take a day off tomorrow because they sucked my energy dry, but they were talking about jinns and scary stories. Whew. Get thee behind me, Satan. I knew exactly what they was talking about.